Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. They run with the Alabama rookie. That's Brian Robinson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch that?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
This defense for the Lions, terrific last week in the season opening victory.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
10 yards there, good for a Washington first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery, Goff. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 25 yards that time.
Amon-Ra St. Brown set a Lions rookie record with 912 receiving yards, and over 60% of those came in the final 6 games of the season. He got better and better as the campaign rolled on. And when they went...
And in for the Lions touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown here in the new campaign. And the Lions take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Robinson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They fake the handoff. Now Lance. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. first and 10, it's Robinson. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. On first and 10, here's Lance. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 35-yard line. Off the option, here's Robinson. And past the 30 down to about the 27. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. On the counter, this is Robinson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out. Because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing in the line of scrimmage.
Calling no gain there, now looking at a 3rd and 13. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Now Lance. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I know ultimately that feels like a good defensive play, but I know it's really not. They had a chance to keep points off the board. Now they have a chance to kick a field goal, but missing that shot. Yeah,
especially at this spot in the field. He's got to be upset he couldn't come up with that INT. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now it's gone. He's airing it out for Williams. And that is incomplete. The Lions at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they've gotten a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in Weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that, partner, because as you can imagine, the road dates will pile up later this season. So this is a great opportunity for them to put some early distance on the rest of the division and create a little bit of a cushion for them for later in the year.
He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be a touchdown.
Detroit. Jameson Williams with his first career NFL touchdown as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave them with a second and just a few inches left. Second down and a run by Robinson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Lance looking to throw on 3rd and 2. To the sideline, he's got the catch, and he kept the feet in bounds. Well done. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Working from the gun, Lance. Looking for Dotson, and he's got him. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one good for 37 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's Lance to throw it. Escaping the press, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Lee McNeil, what an effort to get in there and drop him.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, and the second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Lance is so complete there to Thomas. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
That's a good-looking play to me. The big tight end, Carson Wentz, coming underneath. Sometimes he can gain some serious momentum going forward, can he?
Yeah, he can indeed, and pretty well executed there. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. To throw, it's Lance. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They love to try to take advantage of his height, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them try to run it back and try it again, maybe with a little less mustard on the throw.
Field goal unit and Joey Sly now. From the left hash, this from 37. Sly able to put this one through. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Here's Raymond bringing it out. And he returns this to the 22. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there's never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
They'll fake the give. Now gone. Sliding out of the pocket. He's going to get this this one out to his fullback. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
I think they tried to fool him on that one. You know, being able to throw the ball to the fullback position. No one was fooled on that play.
No, lost yardage. You think they should yank that one from the playbook, at least for the time being?
I think what you do is you take it out and you evaluate it next week in practice.
From the 50, it's gone. He's airing it out for Williams. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
He's put up numbers in this one by pushing the envelope a bit whenever he could with deeper throws. But let's play a little philosophy here. Some plays it works. Sometimes they're ready for you. And that time, they were on guard. Incomplete.
Throwing on 3rd. Gone. Screenplay set up for Williams. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Again, Goff. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
So it looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Goff. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 26.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Goff steps away to his left. And it's caught. Touchdown. Jared Goff with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Lions will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
Looking sideline, incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Lance looking to throw it. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Will Harris. And the Lions will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Being chased out left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. So we've reached halftime here in Detroit with the Lions out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
And they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, and they had to like what they saw in that first half.
On first down, gone. And his throw's going to be incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Goff throwing complete for Swift. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Goff now looks to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Now Goff. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. This is brought in at the 21. Found good room to run there. Returns at 14 yards. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense try to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. And the Lions are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. No sweat from Montez Sweat that time as he makes that stop look easy.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
Oh, that's Gets into double coverage and intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off, and the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection, and now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets it... between his ears, and that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. From midfield, here's Lance. That one complete out to Dotson. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing now is Lance. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Washington. Jahan Dotson with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Commanders take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-17. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. And some room to work. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
Muscle damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. From the gun, here's Goff. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
So 2nd and 10 now here in the 3rd quarter from Detroit. Now Goff. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 23. Goff. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Then their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. To the air again. Goff. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for for 15 in the first.
It's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
The man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. On second and goal, Goff. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
2 incompletions haven't moved him any closer, and likely throwing again, you'd have to think on third and goal here. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Jared Goff. And the Lions will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but as they looked up, and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
And I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Well, Lance throws the interception, his third. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone, and the Lions are going to take possession of the football. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit. And
as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work.
They're trying to find Chark, but it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Commanders are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It's not pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. Back now at Ford Field. It's Washington with the football, but trailing here as we begin quarter number 4. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Here's Lance. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. A give up the middle to Gibson. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 15 yards there on the play as they try to chip away at this 15-point deficit.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now Lance. Complete. It's Dotson. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. This offense so far on third down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the third down conversion. And the slot man goes in motion left. Shotgun now for Lance. Looking and finding Thomas in the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Logan Thomas from 13 yards out. And the Commanders are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. So this is now a 9-point difference. You figure the book here says kick the extra point, make it a one-score game.
Now, you and I have seen coaches get overly aggressive in this spot, but I agree with you. Kick it here and get back within a score.
Lance going to try to throw for this. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach, everywhere, seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
Here's Raymond bringing it out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah.
He's got a man complete. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. When you think of guys that are built to be big-arm quarterbacks, Jared Goff, he fits that mold, and he showed it off right there. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 26 big yards on that one. It's another first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now Goff on first down. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And in for the Lions touchdown. DeAndre Swift from 10 yards out. And the Lions are on their way to a 2-0 start. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Badgley on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. The Lance going to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion. So I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Kirby Joseph, and the Lions are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Well, obviously, Charles, this stage of the game, down 2 scores, they had to put the football in the air. Unfortunately, it gets picked off.
And the criticism comes easily in situations like this, but you just laid it out. Look where they are on the scoreboard. Look at where the clock is in the game. He has to take a chance here and try and get the ball downfield to his receivers. Unfortunately, it was picked off.
The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Goff going to throw it. But he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Here's Goff. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Well, in all likelihood, this ball game's still over. I mean, even with the interception, 2-score game, they need a miracle.
Curious decision to even throw the ball in that situation, but maybe they saw a stacked line of scrimmage and said, hey, it's better to try and throw than to try and run against it. In any event, I think you're exactly right. Now, the other team can pad their stats, but I think they're going to win.
Yeah, but still, don't change the channel just yet. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Lance now to throw. On the slant, he's got Davis. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down. Off of play action, here's Lance. He'll buy some time right. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And the Lions are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Well, let's face it, Brandon, they're down here in the second half. Want to try and make something happen, and if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder. Because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far and brings up 3rd down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
A play fake for Swift. Now Goff. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. Here comes the Lions punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, Pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot. But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Lions, they used a favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for Washington, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try again next week at home against Philadelphia.
It's a party when I come to time. You can bring your mama, daddy, sister, and your cousin out. Everybody wanna kill the king.